Hello, welcome to Chris Cooks. I'm broadcasting all the way from Manchester, New Hampshire. It's my second day here. I'm having a wonderful time. Went to Hampton Beach. All is well. Today I'm making pepper steak. My style of making pepper steak. So I have some 8 pieces of thin sliced steak. Any steak you want to use. What makes this steak special and easy to make pepper steak is that it's cut very thin. And we're going to slice these about 1 inch, about like that. We're going to slice them about that length. We're going to marinate them for 2 hours. 1 cup of soy sauce. Any soy sauce that you like. I happen to have found this in a local store, so this is what we're going to use. It has to be one full cup of soy sauce. You choose your favorite brand of soy sauce. There's many out there, and enjoy. So I've cut my steak into pieces like this. They're about 1 inch wide and the length of whatever the steak was. And now I'm adding on top of this my 1 cup of soy sauce. What the soy sauce does, because it's a little sour, it's got to taste like vinegar, is that it makes a steak extremely tender. So it's going to be so yummy when we mix it with our peppers. See you in a minute. While your steak marinates in soy sauce for 2 hours, you can cut up your peppers. You can use 4 colors or 3 colors, whatever color scheme you want. You can cut up your salad. Today's meal is going to be accompanied a pepper steak with white rice and some tossed-up salad of just tomatoes, cucumbers, and a little bit of lettuce, all together with a little bit of Dominican dressing, which I'll show you how to make. So while your steak is marinating, it gives you an opportunity to cook your rice that should cook for at least 1 hour and to cut up all your ingredients. See you then. Okay. So we have our rice that's going to accompany our steak already half done. It's been cooking for the last 35 minutes. And now we're going to work on making our steak. The most important part is to put your stove on high. The highest heat that you can get. And it takes 1/4 cup of sugar. You have to use white sugar. Do not use brown sugar because it's not gonna get caramelized correctly. So you have 2 tablespoons of oil, whatever oil you like to cook with. I prefer to use corn oil for this recipe. Some people use canola. Some people use olive oil. It's up to you. So you have your 2 tablespoons of oil, 1/4 cup of sugar, white sugar, refined sugar, any kind that you like. And we're bringing this has to simmer to the point that it gets nice and brown. It gets caramelized. We have 1 of each pepper. We have 1 green pepper, 1 red pepper, 1 yellow pepper, all cut up, ready to go. And we have our steak. Our steak has been simmering now. It's been getting all nice and delicious. It's been here marinating for exactly 2 hours. It looks good. It's going to taste absolutely yummy. And we're just waiting for this to cook. While we wait for this to get nice and brown, we're going to cut up our sweet plantains. We're having a full 4-course meal. We have our sweet plantains that we're going to cook. And we have our salad that's going to accompany this. So we have our toast salad, our sweet plantains, our steak, and our white rice. See you in a minute. For sweet plantains, you try to cut them as long as you can get them. You put them against your hand. You're not going to cut yourself. You're going to be fine. And you cut them so they turn out looking nice and long like this. Okay? The secret to making sweet plantains sweeter is adding some sugar to them as they cook. And we'll see that in a minute. But you cut them like this. When you serve, to be politically correct, you try to give everybody at least 4 pieces of plantain. I'm serving a family of 4. So I guess 1 plantain is not enough. So we get into our next plantain. You go on the side. How do you know if a plantain is sweet? If it peels in your hands. So as you can tell now, your sugar is becoming nice and brown, which means that it's caramelized. And now you're going to add your steak. This steak should not cook more than 5 minutes. Once it's been marinated for 2 hours. It is really yummy. Once you see how your steak starts turning, that it goes from being red steak and it starts to look cooked. Once you've done this for about 3 minutes, then you're going to add all your peppers. Always remain in high heat. We don't waste any of our soy sauce. We're throwing it right in. It's absolutely yummy. You're gonna love it. So you never want your steak to get hard. You want it to be just like this. You see, it's like 95% cooked. It's got all the juices floating in it. It's pretty good. Look at that. Look at what the sugar's done. You have to make sure the sugar melts. It's completely caramel. It's gonna melt in the middle. Continue in high heat. You can do a little taste test. You go like this. And so, God is good. It's perfect. Now you're gonna add your peppers. Just throw them right in there. This is exactly a 5-minute meal. That's it, it's done. There's nothing more to add, nothing more to say. Your steak is done. Exactly 5 minutes. Now we're gonna move on to our fried plantains. I always recycle oil, so I have my little container that says use oil, because that's exactly what I'm using, use oil. I'm putting my oil down, just about half a cup of oil, and I'm beginning my plantains. Oh, you missed it. You have to make sure this has to be hot. If it's not hot, it's not gonna work, okay? So while we're waiting for our oil to get hot, so my oil is nice and hot, so I throw my plantains in. And you know, you're gonna flip them. When we flip them is when we add magic. Whatever sugar you prefer, it could be brown sugar, white sugar, not confectioner sugar, you add once you flip them. And that's what makes our sweet plantains sweeter. It's a little trick I learned from a friend 100 moons ago. So you know how people just go ahead and use salt and everything? This recipe calls that you use a little bit of sugar and everything. Sugar just makes it better. You sprinkle it in just like that. You know, you see where it's going. You can see it gets caramelized immediately. It gives it the extra. Wonderful. They should come out that brown. That makes sure they're actually fully cooked. You don't want to eat sweet plantain unless it's fully cooked. Oh my God, did I do my mono aventura? Oh, so good con coco. Oh my. People